Today, I wanted to talk to you about the modifications and the new things that we're doing to the RV that we now have. With getting a new RV and moving into it, I have a list a mile long, it feels like, of modifications and upgrades that I'm really excited about. And while some of those things like solar and inverters and batteries, I can't wait to dive into, and they're gonna make a big difference for us being in the RV. Sometimes you have to start with some things that are a little bit more on the simple side, the things that help with the functionality of the RV from day to day. So today, we're gonna be talking about the modifications and the upgrades that we did to the RV in the first few days that really, they pack a lot of punch for the day-to-day operation and use of the RV. That's what we're gonna be talking about today. How's it going? I'm Jared Gillis. Welcome to another All About RVs. Let's dive right into the list. Now, almost all these things are fairly simple, but they make a huge impact on using your RV every day. And so number one is going to be the vent cover for the bathroom vent. One that we can use it during any type of weather. It's nice to be able to put them on all of them, but at the very minimum, I like putting one on the bathroom vent so that if it's raining outside and you need to take a shower, you can still let that humidity out. You can still use your vent no matter what the weather is like outside. Now, I'll put a link in the description to everything that we talk about in this video because I really like this vent cover much better than the ones we had on our last RV because you can pull a couple of pins, you can hinge it over, you can clean underneath it without having to disassemble everything. So it's a great vent cover. We didn't put one over in the living room area because that one's more transparent and I like being able to see through it. Let it be more of like a skylight. So we'll see how that goes if we end up adding one there, but for now, the one in the bathroom was a definite must for functionality. Our next one is the shower head here, being able to swap it out so that we have different settings on there. Everybody likes a little bit different setting, and this one gives us the water saving features that you would like in an RV shower head, but yeah, it still gives you the options of more of a residential type of shower head, and it just makes a big difference for us for using it every single day. The last thing we have here in the bathroom is we swapped out the doorknob for a lever set that can lock. That way you have a little bit of privacy in the bathroom and you're not worried about somebody walking in on you. I'm not sure why that's not standard, but it's nice to have the privacy. Now this next one could actually go along with the bathroom because it goes along with using the water. It's the tankless water heater. So we had in this unit originally the 6-gallon tank water heater, propane and electric, and using those both, it just can't hold a candle to what a tankless water heater can do. And this Truma AquaGo, I want to save the review for another day, but first look, it's absolutely amazing, phenomenal. It's hard to find a flaw in using this water heater. With the tank water heater using propane and electric, we would get around 7-minute showers. And in here, we're able to get as long of a shower as you would like. And there's just no cycle time in between. You don't have to wait from one shower to the next or dishes in between. It's just night and day difference using a good tankless water heater compared to the one that it came with originally. The other thing that we did for water was an RO system. This is the RO system right here, and just having a system that's just real easy, works in the background the majority of the time. We don't even have to really think about it, and it's something we can depend on. It's one that we wanted to do early on and moving into the RV, especially being able to tuck it back into the cabinet and space that was really kind of awkward to get to anyways. It uses that space well and gives us a lot of functionality. So if we go boondocking, we just turn off the system so that we don't waste any of that water that we hauled out there. But for us, the majority of the time, just having it there and available, and even when you're boondocking, you can turn it on and filter water when you need to and turn it off when you don't need it. So it's an excellent upgrade that we really appreciate. Now, I asked everybody what their favorite upgrade was out of these first ones that we did, and almost everybody said that their favorite was the tankless water heater, but my son Matt said that the mattress topper. So we did mattress toppers on our bed. We actually had to cut the radius around there so it matches the RV mattress that we have. But for them, we kind of had to make custom sizes. So we did the memory foam mattresses and we cut them to size. And that was a great upgrade for comfort every single night. Now these are things that we use every single day, so they make a huge impact. The other thing is coming in and out of the front door. So upgrading that lever set to be able to have that code on there. We loved that on the last RV. It's so simple and quick to do. Just a couple of tips in installing something like this, or even a tip for just making the front door of the RV work better, is just giving a little bit of attention to how it functions. For me, the goal is so that you can have a door that you can just close so that you don't have to slam it all the time. And here's where the trick is. First, to have it functioning properly, you want to look at this strike plate here. This is usually what's holding the door back and why it gets slammed so often. So if we remove these two screws, you can actually file the back of the metal here so that this strike plate can come as far forward as it can so that it can catch easier. You're not trying to put so much force to get it to close. And then hitting it with a little bit of oil. We just use the oil that we use on our slide out to use it on the strike plate here, anywhere that we're gonna have metal to metal contact so that it operates really well. One of the last things that we did was the window in the door. So rather than just having the obscured window that doesn't have a shade, this one has a shade built in. You can buy shades to be able to cover it so that if there's a light at night that you wanted to block out, or if you wanted to be able to close it, you can do that. But this one doesn't have anything that you have to hunt down or keep track of. The shade is built into the window. It gives you an extra window in the RV through the door, which we absolutely love. So that was definitely an upgrade that we wanted to do on this RV also. So this is a quick rundown of everything that we did inside the RV in the first few days to get it functional and working for us. There's a lot of great things that we can't wait to dive into. Solar, you can see the panels were already secured down to the roof up there, but just diving into all this stuff. But we first had to make it functional and practical, and this was a great list of what we did that really wasn't that difficult and didn't break the bank. I mean, the water heater is probably the most expensive thing on the list here, but all these things really made a big impact for us being in the RV full time. So I think that's gonna do it for today. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you wanna see more videos about RVing, hit that subscribe button. And if we don't see you on the road, hopefully we will see you next video.